London times. It is 5 a.m. Eastern now, and let's get started off straight away. I think let's get started off with gold. The yellow metal has early morning pushed above the 45 mark, which was okay. I wouldn't say that it wasn't expected or it came it as a surprise. But tell you what, this could be the end of minute degree wave B, as we have seen an ABC completing 5 waves. Before we dig into the lower degree patterns, the larger degree is still of the opinion that we've got minor wave 3 complete, followed by minor wave 4 complete at 25.37, and now we are moving quickly into the minor wave 5 higher towards the 3300 zone. Within that minor 5, the metal has almost completed minute wave 1 expanded flat, minute wave 2, minute wave 3, and now we're looking at minute wave 4. And I don't want to say that minute 4 just completed, fell short about 2810, as minute wave 4 is still unfolding as a 3-wave corrective move. Minute A, B in place, and minute C now should be beginning to cut loose on the south side any moment. Alright, that's the story in gold, wave structure wise. It could be a standard flat in the making, where we've got 3 down and 3 up. Ideally, if it's a standard flat, prices would now stay below, they would continue to stay below 2960, obviously. Yeah, so in case of a standard flat, prices would stay below the 2960 mark, and they would continue drifting lower into 5 waves from now on. And I tell you what, if it's an expanded flat, it's going to be putting us into trouble, but chances of an expanded flat are less. Remember, the guideline of alternation, where the second wave was an expanded flat. Wave 4 normally is a sharp wave. Let me just check out again if yes, it was an expanded flat. So the fourth wave should be rather a standard flat, looking at the pattern unfolding right now. And if it is a standard flat, prices would ideally stay below 2960 and continue turning lower from here. Alright, if you look at this 15 minutes time frame as to what the price action has done until now, I believe we might have just gotten a lower degree impulse with us. See, yesterday, I think just around the NY session, we were discussing about a possibility of 5, okay, and corrective wave 3 waves corrective decline should be ideally followed by another 5-wave rally. Alright, and we actually got that, the rally between 2906 and all the way towards 2945 was a bit an impulse, right? can see that we're going to enlarge that view in maybe the 5 minutes chart. Yeah. So what does this look like? It looks like a 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, expanded flat, and 5. Alright, and what do we see on the right hand side, sir? Zooming out allows us to identify this particular pattern as an impulse, isn't it? We can have it as 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Again, wave 4 and wave 5. So if it is an impulse, then the next drop should be, it's also followed by a corrective rally, which is looking almost complete, around the 78% already. So if that is identified correctly, the next stop should be mostly on the south side, possibly around 29.24, and the next target should be 29.110, 29.24 and 29.10. Alright, and ideally prices should stay below the immediate high, today's immediate high. So this is going to be interesting. Maybe we can have a look at the hourly chart. There you are. So maybe lower degree wave 1 and 2 in place. We are now looking towards 2910 and 2906 heading forward. Alright, sir. So that's the short-term view in gold. Trading point of view, we can still afford to remain on the short side with the stop loss around the 2960 mark, and the short-term target could be 2900, followed by 287, 2880, and we need to go below the 2830 mark, around 281015. All right, but I don't know if it's going to happen very soon. We need to see that first target going on around the 2900 for the rest to come over. All right, so just in case, we'll have to be a bit patient, and that's what gold specifically does. And the underlying trend is up, and specifically when we are trying to capture the counter trend, it is uh, it is something which is tricky to handle in the metal. All right, let's have a look at silver. All right, almost tested the previous high, and that particular move will be 3 up, 3 down, and then followed by 3 up. Ideally, the next move should be quite a bit lower from here. At least for now, it looks like quite a bit lower from here. Let me bring out the daily chart. 1 second. Yeah, so here we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's an impulse, which is followed by 3, 3, and 5, or 5, 3, 5. And if that is done correctly, then we're ideally looking for for a 535 corrective decline. It means a lot actually. This particular rally, right from, because after the consolidation complete, once the consolidation completed, the first move right here, this is the first impulse. That is from here till there, that's the first impulse, and a corrective decline could be underway quite a bit lower. It's identifying, it's going quite a bit lower probably from here. Let's take a retracement as well. 61.8%, which is the previous wave 4, is seen around the 27 mark. I mean, that should be something of a decline. From 33 to 27, it's a huge drop actually. And if we compare gold by any means, it could decline all the way towards, I mean, that particular drop was equal to the first 5 waves. So it dropped from almost 2780 to 2537. I mean, it could be revisiting all those lows again if we believe that the same kind of drop is expected in gold as well. But that is too early to project or predict in gold. We are actually uh, quite convinced about wave 4 minute settling around the 20s, 2810s. I mean, we would be more than happy to uh, turn around the profits, say thank you very much, and possibly we could turn around on the long side as well. All right, so let's remove too many Fibonacci ratios to avoid confusion. It's good to have one of them. It's already there around 2790. All right. So that is the story in gold. Remain short with a stop loss of 2960. The potential targeting around 28, 10, 15 levels going forward. All right, so Bitcoin now. Bitcoin, we took profits last session. I mean, 3,000 points I would not leave on the desk. In fact, after taking profits, we have also set a limit order to buy, and that is what means we've got the first impulse, not an impulse, an extend a leading diagonal, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That was the first initial leading diagonal, followed by an A, B, and possible C now in the making. And they were around 79,600 or possibly 80,000 is where we can expect the wave C to terminate, right? So this is where we have kept the limit order. Between 80 and 82,000 we should go and buy ahead again, and the stop loss goes towards 26,000, 76,000, just below the low of 76,720. Maybe you can put it at 75. I propose 74,500, but it's high time we should see some corrective decline, otherwise this rally could go out of hand. All right, I tell you what, there's no point in buying right now because this is where we took profits 83,500 last time. Okay, let's wait for a while. Let's allow price action to decline, or prices to decline towards the 80,000 mark, and that could be wave 2 before we initiate longs again towards the third wave. All right, but potential remains towards 95 as well. There, there you see 95. All right. Okay. Solana, we are standing aside for now. Nothing on the mark, and let's go back to the Euro USD. Okay, so we've still got 120 points to go on the retracement. Now, tell you what, now I'm going to go and shoot out one buy call, one buy signal right after the session, and then we will add further around 0725. I mean, 120 points is not a huge difference where we cannot afford to go long right now. And possibly if you're waiting exactly around the 725 mark, maybe you can get in around the 725, 750 zone as well. But I think slowly but steadily, but it's not advisable to wait for too long and too optimize a price. We need to get on the bus a bit early. I mean, maybe we don't want to lose the bus completely. All right, and this retracement is absolutely shallow. You never know if it's making an ending diagonal. Then that would be another rally from here itself. So it's better to go on the long side and remain on the long side from there on. All right. Euro USD, a slight corrective decline, but this is absolutely tentative. So those who are sitting on the sidelines may want to get partially long at 1.0880 right now, remaining around the 750 mark. All right, that would be a good strategy with a stop loss around 1.0350. That 28th of February lows. I cannot really forget that date. Uh, 2 Fridays back, and we are uh, we are now almost 500 to 600 points above that low, and the next target is around 1.11. So I would not let that go, and in fact it's a good place to re-enter on the long side again, at least on the partial side. All right, next is the dollar index. Once again, not a huge change, but it's not a bad idea to, I mean, dollar index has hardly moved actually. 103.30 to 103.60, and it's 103.57 now, so it's hardly moved a bit. It's okay to enter on this on the short side partially, and maybe another limit order around 105 or 104.90, which can drag prices lower back towards 101.57 or so. All right, the stop loss in the dollar index would go around 107.50. Beg your pardon, it's 107.70. So maybe you can ideally place it around 108. All right, so we are partially in dollar index on the short side from 103.60, and the euro from 1.0880 now. So remain that way, please. I'm absolutely sure that pound would have started to rally from here. I don't know, because that's a guy. I mean, there's no such thing like a decent corrective decline. You can see that right from 1.08 or 1.2870, it has been rising and rising steadily. Now it's inching closer towards 1.3 handle already. I mean, just about 20 points lower the recent high at 29.88. So I tell you what, you can get on the long side partially here around 29.54 itself. You never know if there is a corrective decline back towards the 2800 handle. That's okay. We can get more on the long side then. But tell you what, I mean, it's high time that we get at least on the partial long side in pound, and the stop loss comes around 1.2550, the 28th February lows. So ideally, the strategy is changing a bit, partially long in euro, partial shorts in the dollar index, and partial longs in pound initiated around 1.0880, 10360, and 2950 respectively. And then we will look to add after the retracements in each instrument. All right. So those are the four major stories, followed by Bitcoin, and we can quickly have a look at the Dow Jones. But I think Dow Jones is better to have a look in the New York session when we come back. Dow futures might not be doing anything. That's what exactly is we can see on the chart as well. They are on the sidelines for now, and it's okay, and no big problem. We will look for a corrective rally towards 43,000 now to re-enter on the short side. Remember, 37,000 is our initial targets for the Dow Jones. All right. So that is the story as we move. Those are the stories as we move during the London time, and we'll be back in about 4 hours from now to pick up in the New York session 2 from where we leave right now. Until that time, once again, thank you for watching, and as always, please do take care and God bless. Goodbye.